Hi, everybody, and thank you for coming back to Living To Do's review of Bel Air. It is episode 8, No One Wins When the Family Feuds. Before I begin the review, please like, share, and comment on this video and subscribe to the channel. And you can also find me on Fanbase, the new monetized app that is out there. You can find me on Fanbase under the same name, Living To Do. Okay, so let's get to the review. It was another interesting episode. Again, I really like this show. The first scene, we see Uncle Phil out on the golf course, and Carlton is his caddy, uh, and it's because of punishment for his house party, and the police were called. So Uncle Phil is making him be the caddy, and he's not able to ride the golf course, so he has to walk with all those clubs to the next hole. And that's his punishment. Uncle Phil is out at the golf course. One reason is to meet Assemblyman Hernandez. He's looking for his endorsement in his campaign running for DA. But the Assemblyman does not want to endorse Uncle Phil. The race for the Democrats, I believe it's the Democratic Party, is 50-50 now that Fred has entered the race. The voters are split, and Henderson doesn't want to be a part of it. I think he'll back whoever is the front, or whoever is the front runner. And what's going to happen is, one reason why Henderson doesn't want to endorse Uncle Phil is because he thinks Uncle Phil doesn't have his house in order. His wife has been missing from the campaign trail, and that always hurts. People think, "What's up? Why aren't you with your wife? Why isn't she with you?" They're not seeing her face, and she's doing more of her artwork now, so she's busy, and that's not something I don't think she really wanted to do, is be on the campaign trail. Also, the Assemblyman Hernandez has noticed that Hillary has thirst trap videos out there on the internet, and that doesn't look good for a family man running for DA, and that's a problem. So that's out there, and he's aware of it. And he's also heard of the house party where the cops were called. So he thinks he needs to take care of his home, get that house in order. That's going to hurt him on this campaign trail in the quest to win the DA election. Meanwhile, Will's mother is flying in private into California to spend time with Will on his 17th birthday. So they pick him up at the private airport. Apparently, she has not been to California in years. There seems to be bad blood between Aunt Viv and her sister Vi. When Vi and Aunt Viv have a moment, they talk about Will's father. Aunt Viv's sister Vi wants to tell him about his father, but Aunt Viv doesn't want her to do that. And she's like, that they feel that she feels that Will be mad at her. So what is the big secret about Will and his dad? Why he's not around? Why they don't want him around? What is it already? They keep stringing us along. What is so bad that he can't know about his father? Meanwhile, Will is going to the pool house. The pool house is where Lisa is staying, and that's his girlfriend. So he's out there making out with Lisa, but he doesn't want to go too far because he feels funny that his mother is around. And Lisa hasn't met the mother, and they're going to hold off meeting the mother. Lisa's going to hold off, or Will has asked to hold off meeting her. Well, Will wants her to meet her right away, but Lisa thinks maybe she just got in, let's hold off. And they decided to have Lisa meet his mother at his birthday dinner the next day. Aunt Viv she is with she's talking to the family, and Aunt Viv and Aunt Viv, I guess. They're talking, and they're getting in a discussion about their mother's care. And Aunt Viv always sent checks to her sister Vi to help take care of her mother. And Aunt Vi was, actually hands-on with the health care. She didn't pay somebody to take care of their mother. But Aunt Viv, I guess she didn't, she wasn't hands-on because she lived in California. Her mother was in Philadelphia. So she sent money, and I guess that was to help for the care of her mother, but she was never hands-on. Where Aunt Vi was out there doing it. She was hands-on, changing her mother's diapers when needed. She thought that's what her mother wanted, to, I guess, have more personal care, have a family member do it, and then instead of a paid person do it. But honestly, maybe it's better if if you can get a qualified, trusted, paid person to do it. To me, maybe your mother will hold on to her dignity a little bit longer, I feel. But, it's everybody's personal thing. So Aunt Viv, Uncle Phil, and Hillary had a discussion. They're talking to Hillary because Uncle Phil needs her to take down those trashy chef videos because they're causing a problem for his campaign. And she's like, Hillary's like, no, I'm not going to do that. In fact, I'll be making more. It's a good business sense. And Aunt Viv just told her, or Aunt Vivian, or her mother, Aunt Viv, told her, does this really reflect you in this lingerie, in these cooking videos? And that just gave something for Hillary to think about. I guess she never thought how those videos would, hurt her father. But right now she's taken a stand that she's going to continue to do it. So, next one scene we have, which was really, really interesting. Uncle Phil and Jeffrey meet, and they're talking, and apparently they're talking about Jeffrey has made arrangements for Uncle Phil to meet up with somebody. That somebody is Fred Wilkes. He's also told Jeffrey he wants him to know where Lou is. Now, Lou is Will's father that nobody wants him to meet up with. So Uncle Phil is asking Jeffrey, he wants to make sure that Lou doesn't see Will. Why? We still don't know. But it's something, it better be big, all this stringing us along. What did Lou do that he is not in the good graces of his baby mama's family? So Uncle Phil does meet up with Fred Wilkes. Fred Wilkes is running against Uncle Phil in the DA's race, and he is the chief of police and Lisa's dad. And Uncle Phil has a proposal for him. He wants to debate Fred Wilkes, and the winner of the debate can carry on the race, because having them both in the race right now is splitting the vote and really kind of hurting their party. And whoever loses the debate has to bow out. They handshake on it. So the debate didn't happen in this episode. I guess it will happen probably in the next episode. Okay. We have Uncle Phil talking to Jeffrey again. They're out exercising, boxing. And Jeffrey wants to stand up for Will, and he thinks that Will should see his dad, because apparently Jeffrey has a son out there, and Jeffrey asked Uncle Phil, how would you feel if that was Carlton and somebody was keeping you from Carlton? Um, Uncle Phil didn't waste no time talking about, do what I asked. You work for me. He was serious about this, causing some rift between you and Jeffrey. Again, what did Will's father, do? Um, At Will's dinner party, Jazzy comes to the party. He meets with Hillary, or she meets him at the door, and Hillary apologizes for her behavior. Last episode, they went out, and he was helping Hillary talk to her influencer guy, and I guess about taking down her videos, but then he talked about how he has sponsors for her and he's going to make money. And Jazzy was trying to, reason with her, like, you shouldn't do that or whatnot. And she kind of dissed him and dismissed him. And so, of course he was hurt. He was sticking out for a friend, and this is the way she treated him. So she apologized. She told him that she's quitting the influencer house because she doesn't like the way they operate. She made the videos in that house, and the guy that's running the show gets to keep the videos based on the contract that she signed. So she quit making the videos and quit the house. So she's going to have to pay $50,000 because she broke the contract. So that might be more on that. Maybe Jeffrey will go over there and strong arm him, and there's no more $50,000 to pay. So Lisa finally meets Will's mother, and they hug. And of course, Lisa's the kind of girl that you would bring home to your mother. She's a good girl, and everybody, mainly family and very close friends, were over there to help celebrate Will. He was opening up his gifts, and first his mom was so excited to have him open up her gift first, and it was a picture of Will when he was a baby. Oh, that's really nice. But do you think a 17-year-old guy wants a picture of him and his mom when he was a newborn for his 17th birthday? A mom would like that. That's sentimental. And I mean, Will's going to play the part, but my goodness, that's not the greatest gift to give somebody, especially a teenager. Now, Aunt Viv gave her nephew Will her gift, and her gift was Jordans, limited edition Jordans, which was a big deal already. And they're signed by Jordan, so that's even a bigger deal. So Will's mother felt like she was upstage with the gifts, and she was very mad at her sister because she upstaged, her gift with her son. And I think it was Uncle Phil who ordered those shoes, and she didn't really know what was on it and whatnot. And so she tried to defend it, but her sister Vi is always, she's just really hurt. They rub each other the wrong way, and Aunt Viv thinks that she should just get over it. Why are you always complaining about every little thing? I haven't really done anything to you. And her sister Viv is saying that they made so many sacrifices for Vivian, her little sister, and she doesn't see the sacrifices what everybody else made. And they were arguing, and Viv was saying, "You think you climbed some mountain?" She's like, "You didn't climb no mountain. I carried you." And I guess maybe she didn't thank Aunt Viv along the way. So she didn't thank Aunt Viv didn't thank her sister Vi, they need different names, along the way. And so all these years, it's been years since they've seen each other. She thinks that Vi thinks that Aunt Viv is trying to erase her from Will's life and erase her from Aunt Viv's life, because she doesn't need her anymore. So she's hurt. Carlton talked to his mom about the situation. Carlton and Aunt Viv were talking, and she says that, and Carlton sees it. She says she's just hurt. That's why she's acting like this. And it took Carlton to explain it to Aunt Viv for her to see it. Her sister is just hurt. And her at first Aunt Viv couldn't see it. She thought her sister Vi had a very strong exterior, and she's not hurt. Nothing hurts her, but she has that very strong exterior, because if you think of it like this, that strong exterior is just scar tissue that's covering up a wound. That's what that is. And you know, a lot of people out there have them. They act all hard and bad, but that's because they're deeply hurt. And that's the case here. Will talks to his mother about Aunt Viv in the situation, and he assures her that no one will ever erase her from his life. And I'm sure that's so sweet. He's such a good kid. He's a kid that any mother would love. The way he shows love and respect to his mother and everybody else. He's fun-loving and good and smart. He's the kind of kid that she can't help but love. So he wants his mom to be the bigger person and talk to Aunt Viv. So Aunt Viv and Vi do talk. And Aunt Viv says she's sorry. She's never acknowledged all the things that Vi has done. She took care of their sick, ailing mother while, Aunt Viv was in California living the good life. And Vi told her sister that she will keep any information from about Lou from Will a little bit longer. So again, what is this about Lou? That they can string us along and can't share this with Will. It better be a big climax about this guy and what he's done to the family. It remains to be seen, but that is it for now. So if you wouldn't mind to like, share, and comment on this video, and share and subscribe to this channel. And you can also find me on Fanbase, the new monetized app that is out there. You can find me on Fanbase under the same name, Living to Do. And I have to get going because I got living to do. Thanks for listening. Bye.